Good morning, YouTube. It's Black Friday, and just for the record, I am not going shopping. That is not on my agenda at all. Yeah, I gave up on that nonsense a long time ago. Not to say that there's not deals out there. It's just, to me, like a lot of things in life, I just find that the juice is not worth the squeeze. Don't appreciate the chaos of being in any kind of retail store on Black Friday. There's actually kids playing ball on the street. That's neat. Okay, so 3:02 p.m. So yeah, Black Friday, Friday, November 26th, 2021. So actually, I ended up having a pretty amazing Thanksgiving, all things considered. I don't know, I kind of went into Thanksgiving super depressed. I'm sure y'all saw in that video, 2:30 in the, at least I hope y'all saw in the video. If you watch these in chronological order, they make a little more sense. Anyway, yeah, 2:30 in the morning, early Thanksgiving morning, late Wednesday night, and I'm coming back from Tempe, and the scooter just goes out. I've mentioned it enough times, but yeah, that was just so frustrating. And I just have put so much, like pretty much all my effort in the last week went into getting that scooter together. That was everything. Like, that's what I spent all my flipping time on. So many other things I could have and maybe should have been spending my time on, but I'm like, well, you know, as long as I have some kind of motorized transportation and stop walking around and maybe enjoy my life again, and feeling so just stranded by the fact that I live in one of the most sprawled out cities in the world, and my transportation for the most part is my own two damn feet. So yeah, to have it on the third day, and on the day I finally get like all the trim installed on the thing, and it's looking good, and just that was painful. Now, I still haven't started working on it yet. I'm going to today's Friday. Even though it's Black Friday, I'm pretty much on my usual Friday. I'm gonna go this way. I'm on my usual Friday agenda. No, I'm gonna go this way. The guy driving out from behind the shopping center probably thinks I'm nuts, and he's not wrong. Anyway, now I was thinking about going to Chase, Wells Fargo Bank. I just got a random service charge from them that I'm not happy about. I don't even want to talk about it. It's one thing I definitely have noticed, and I saw a couple videos on YouTube about the whole concept of the cost of being poor, and I'm starting to kind of slip into that. Not like me being poor is a new thing, but for a long time I've been pretty good at managing my money to the point that I'm not getting what a lot of people would call a poor tax. You know, when you know, and by a poor tax I mean we're paying extra fees and service fees and penalties and shit just because your account ran a little bit short or your bill got paid a little bit late. And those things can just seriously add up. And like when your income is really low, that was kind of disturbing. When your income is really low, like that's a surprise $40 fee here, $35 fee here. In this case, it's only a $5 fee, which isn't a lot, but still, it's like my Wells Fargo savings account. The savings account don't pay enough interest for it to even matter, and it's actually kind of laughable because the interest rate paid in a savings account is massively less than the devaluation of the U.S. currency due to normal inflation, to say nothing of the kind of inflation that's gone in the last year. So it's saving in a savings account is kind of a joke these days. It really is. Now I used to have it set up where it would do I used to get 0 service fees on that account. I got a monthly deposit from Social Security, which was just that they've got a, what they call, they say if you're getting direct deposit and then you've got a balance transfer going on, a pre-scheduled balance transfer, they would waive all fees. Well, my Social Security ended a long time ago. That's another story for another day, and that's something I should really be putting my effort into, because it's not like my underlying mental condition that qualified me for Social Security has gone away. It's just, it's complicated. But anyway, at that point, so I've been, getting a service charge for having the account. I don't like it, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to get rid of the account. I've had the account for a long time. A lot of things are tied to it. And banking stability is a good thing. I love the fact that I've got a debit card that says something about member since 1996. That shows a nice level of stability, and I like that. So anyway, but yeah, so paying a service fee, something I'm not used to paying. Interesting bit of hardware. So yeah, I'm paying the service fee. And the account is still pulling like monthly $35 from checking the savings. Now, there was a time that was actually kind of handy. Not only did it waive the service fee, but usually that was kind of my something's going to go wrong with my car rainy day fund. Usually what ended up happening is whenever something did go wrong with my car and I needed to get a car repair done, there would be enough money just sitting there from that $35 a month going into it that it would generally cover most, if not all, of the repair. So it was handy. I'm not thinking about it as an interest-bearing account thing, but just kind of a way to on autopilot put a little cash aside for when I need it. So anyway, at one point, like that, I said I was going to talk about it, and that's all I'm talking about. Go me. Anyway, what ended up happening was that I ended up getting some service fee, and I'm not sure how much what it was, but I made a payment out of my checking account, which funds have been kind of tight on that for a while. And in the time between when I made the payment and when the payment processed, which is nuts to me because it's an electronic payment, like why the fuck wasn't that instant, right? 3:10, bus is coming at 3:23. Yeah, shit. 13 minutes. I think I'm just gonna walk for a little bit. So anyway, during that time frame, it pulled that money, just enough, the amount of money that it pulled from the checking to the savings. Yeah, thanks for cutting me off, asshole. From the checking to the savings was enough that when the payment processed, which I wouldn't have authorized if I didn't know I had enough money there, the money had moved, and then the automatic whatever had to pull it from my savings. And I was charged a service fee or penalty fee or some shit for that. Basically a poor tax for that. And the frustrating thing is, like, I had gone in, I had talked to a specific banker about it, and he's like, oh yeah, you're fine. And then when I showed it to him later, it's like, hey, you said everything was fine on this. And I was super frustrated. Like, he said he was going to go talk to a supervisor, and then he comes back out and he goes, well, I can't do anything about that. You're going to have to call the phone number, talk to a banker on the phone, which of course I never got done because, making phone calls is, oh, I'm blocking the lens with my finger. Whoops. It's, making phone calls is a mammoth pain in the ass, but I mean, it sucks. And the charge wasn't a lot, maybe $15. But god damn it, I mean, right now $15 is a lot of money, as tight as I am, and that's $15 that just went to fucking bank fucking with me because I'm tight on funds fee, you know. So not cool. Anyway, after that happened, I went into my banking app. I tried to figure out how to shut down, and it took a while. Like, things that I'm unfamiliar with in an app always take me a while. These apps, as intuitive as they're supposed to be, I don't know. They're usually not for me. I don't know if that's just because of my age or you know, mental health issues or what, but a lot of times things are just like, oh, it's in the app, it's real simple. Like, where is it in the app? It's just like a maze trying to find out, you know, and what it's called and how do I get to it and which little, you know, is it the 3 dots or is it the 3 lines, what have you. And so yeah, that's anyway. So I find it. I stop the auto transfer, and I'm thinking, okay, my headaches with that are done. And at that point, I think I've got like 75 cents in my checking account, which, you know, is kind of pointless. But I mean, you know, if I had $100 in that account, or if I get 75 cents in that account, it's still earning the same amount of interest, which is diddly shit. So fuck it, let it sit there at 75 cents. I don't use that account for anything. I get penalized if funds get pulled from that account, even though it is my account. Like, it's my money. What difference does it matter which box it's in? Just reach into the box and fucking pull it out. God damn. Like, why would I be charged? It makes no sense that the bank would charge me an extra service fee if it has to pull it from box number 2, when that's all my money. But anyway, that's what happens. And so I got that shut down. Feeling kind of comfortable about that. And anyway, late last night I get I don't know, it was an email notice or a push through message from my banking app or something. It's something saying that my account is overdrawn and it's got like a negative balance of $4. I'm like, what the hell? Now, I know I do still have some automatic debits and shit going on. And I probably should have got on my banking app right away, but I was in the middle of DJing my show last night when that happened, so didn't really have the time. And things were a little bit too chaotic to deal with that, you know, when I got the message. But I looked at it this afternoon, and interestingly enough, it's not my checking account that's overdrawn. Checking account's got more or less the amount of money that I expected it would have in it. There wasn't an automatic credit card payment that went through. It was one I expected. Yeah, things fine. Things are fine with that account. I mean, there's a lot less money in there than I'd like there to be, but you know, no cause for alarm. Nothing overdrafted. So I'm like, well, where the hell? What's overdrafted? And I look, and it's my savings account that's overdrafted. You know, why the hell should that happen? I mean, yeah, there was a balance of like 79 cents in there, but nothing comes out of that account. It's not like when I swipe my debit card or make a payment that's where that money comes from, you know, unless I actually specifically ask for it to come from there, and I'm not going to do that because I know there ain't shit there. You know, there's pocket change sitting in there. So I never look at the transactions on my savings account because there generally are none. It's just there because it's bundled with the account. So I look at it, and they charged me a $5 service fee. I have no idea what for. There has never, and I can scroll down, there's never, ever been a service fee on that account, ever. So, I don't know. Priscilla suggested it might be because I had less than $1 in there, and that maybe it's a, you know, you've got too low of a balance, so we're going to charge a fee for that. But, and how pointless is that? Like, that, if anything, that's a reason you shouldn't be charging me a fee. There's no fucking money there. Anyway, I'm kind of frustrated about that, and I just need to walk up to the goddamn bank. And this branch up here, check out the Google reviews on it. They're pretty alarming. Wells Fargo branch at yikes. Wells Fargo branch at 44th Street in Thomas. Almost every review of it for the last 2 years are very, very negative. And Wells Fargo corporate keeps responding with just the same bullshit of, oh, we're sorry you had a bad experience. This is not the customer experience we strive for, blah, blah, blah. But they have done nothing to change the dysfunctionality of that branch. It's always horribly understaffed. And they're still being super paranoid about COVID. I mean, if you want masks inside, that's fine. Or a fucking mask inside. I don't give a shit. But they limit the amount of people that are allowed in the building to a ridiculously low number while they've got everybody crowding together outside. What the hell difference does it make whether you're crowding together outside or crowding together inside? And then, like, they're doing that. It's not so bad now, but they did that like all summer and all last summer. So people are irritated. Like, you're standing outside, you can't even go in the goddamn building, and it's 110 outside. People are sitting in that for, 45 minutes to an hour, just waiting to get in the goddamn building, when there's only 2 tellers working at a busy branch. I can't imagine why your customers are pissed off. And then most of the time, you can't just go in and talk to a banker. They have none available. Like, you have to somehow make an appointment. I don't even know how the hell you do that. What, call the phone number? The phone number that nobody answers? Give me a fucking break. So anyway, yeah, it's a given that trying to figure out how I lost $5 in a bullshit fee is going to waste way more than $5 worth of my time. So yeah, not too stoked about that. So yeah, I'm not going to go. Actually, there doesn't seem to be a line outside the branch. That's a first. Oh, and the funny thing is that, they're so understaffed with and this is something you see a lot of complaints on too on the Google Maps reviews of this Wells Fargo branch, is that people are noticing, and they're irritated by the fact that there's only sometimes 1 or 2 tellers working, and things are going really slow with the tellers, but yet they've got somebody standing outside the door regulating the people that come in, somebody standing inside the door. There'll be basically 3 people standing playing crowd control. Whereas if those 3 people were trained as tellers and were taking care of customers, there would be no crowd to have to control. It's absolutely asinine. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think I do want to go inside. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll go inside and find out what the fuck that $5 service charge is for, since I don't see a line there. Honestly, my plan was just to go to the ATM and drop $20 into my savings and throw the rest of the cash I got on me into my checking. But I don't know. For once the line is not out the door, so I mean, I'm gonna go in and try to figure out what's up with this stupid charge. Anyway, y'all, wish me luck. I'm still kind of mad at myself that I never got that other $15 or $12.50 charge or whatever refunded. It's not a lot of money, but this shit it adds up. And at this point, like, my income is $125 a week. My eBay sales, I've been doing less than 100 a week in eBay sales. So yeah, funds are insanely tight. And something else I don't think I mentioned is it looks like that Amazon gig I was hoping for, it's been way past the 10 days I was supposed to hear back from a background check, and it looks like they sent me an email, not Amazon, but the background checking company sent me an email saying something about pre-notice of adverse report or something like that. So far, I haven't been able to deal with it. I had to create in the email, there's a link to get, to see your report, but it doesn't directly show you your report. I don't know why they just don't send it as a PDF file attachment. But it doesn't show, in the email they sent, but it takes you to a website where you've got to create a login and create an account. I hate creating logins and accounts. I don't want any more fucking logins and accounts. I already got too goddamn many of them. And of course, it has these bizarro fucking, hey, wow, nice somebody on an electric scooter. Going real slow. So, yeah, it's all these weird requirements for how the password has to be formatted. So, of course, I'm struggling trying to figure out a password to put in. By the time I meet all the requirements, I've created a password that I can pretty much guarantee I've already forgotten. That's helpful. Yeah. And then I get to the site, and the site just basically shows 4 links to view the stuff. It doesn't even show it to me directly, and those links would not work. At the time, the only phone I had that had a full charge on it that I could use was my Obama phone, and it absolutely would not work in Chrome on my Obama phone. So I don't know if it requires if to use it requires an actual desktop or laptop computer web browser. But it frustrates me that these people assume that I have access to that. Everybody has access to that. I mean, maybe I'm homeless and all I have left is my Lifeline phone, and I'm trying to get a fucking job. You see so many homeless people, it's like, oh, why don't they get a job? Why don't they get their shit together? Because there's all these barriers for them that are impossible to cross. I'm having trouble getting past these barriers, and I still have a home. Anyway, kind of frustrated with that stuff. But, when I started this, I was going to talk about how generally positive my Thanksgiving was, but yeah, there's still so many things I'm really frustrated that they need to get better. Anyway, I've wasted 22 minutes on this. I'm going in the bank. Thanks for watching.